We're going eastbound at Duke Street in Darlington in County Durham. Looking for a car parking place. It's quite difficult because you can see the roadworks. We come across this car park which is operated by Smartparking. On a night time, this is in total darkness. I am not zooming in, I am keeping the camera at eye level. You will notice that as I approach the car park, there is no signage whatsoever to say that this is, in fact, an independent operated car park. There is the entrance. So you're going in and what's that? Oh yeah, purchase a ticket. Parking regularly apply. It does not say that it is a privately run car park until you read the small print at the bottom. But that is not acceptable. The signage, according to section 18 of the BPA Code of Practice, the signage must be what is called prima facie. In other words, as you go in, you've got to see that signage. Once you are in, then you are aware that you are in a private car park, and therefore you are subject to the terms and conditions. You can see them high on a post up there. They are posted on the walls around. Now we're going to come back at night and show you the difference at night time when this site is in total darkness. Draw your attention at the moment. These are not lit up. There is a sign saying Smartparking tariffs apply. But again, at night time, this is total darkness and this will be shown to you. One thing that does concern me, this car park is private property and is managed by Smartparking on behalf of the owners, which suggests that Smartparking is actually agents for the owners of the land. Now, my take on that is that the owners of the land are responsible to make sure that this car park complies fully with the requirements of the British Parking Association and that everything is legal and above board. Already we've said that you cannot distinguish it coming down, heading eastbound from the roundabout in Duke Street. All you can see is a sign saying public car park. You cannot see the lower signage because of shadows and darkness at night. So the next report now is to contact Darlington Borough Council. Because you've been issued with a parking ticket which is in brackets unlawful, or a parking charge which is unlawful, you have now got the right to get a personal injury claim against the owner of the land, not Smartparking. It is up to the owner of the land to assure that his agent is acting properly and correctly in the guidance of the British Parking Association. We have a sign here to say that disabled people may use the wider spaces with easy access if no other spaces are available. These sites should provide at least one space for disabled motorists. This is not evident on this car park. I don't know what that reserved sign is underneath, but it obviously shows the signage regime has not been amended or altered. And then we say, please keep clear marked area. Again, here are all the charges and everything, and I don't think £1 unreasonable for an hour's parking in Darlington. But again, I draw your attention to the 0845 number. This is supposed to be a helpline, but when you do ring it, it's a payment line. And when you ring the office number on the parking notice, all you get is a message to say, due to COVID, their calls are not being answered on that line. Most of the companies are offering workers to work at home to man such lines. Again, this is the parking charges, but the terms and conditions are between 11 to 12 feet in the air, which from this position I cannot read. Surely this must be unlawful. You cannot read or even enter into a contract on these terms when you cannot read the signage. The pay point in question is not illuminated. You have to enter your vehicle registration number in. Now at night, and the time that I actually received the ticket was 5:45. It was pitch black and you could not see these. So you are open to putting the wrong registration number in by accident. And guess what? Yes, you get a ticket from Smart Parking. So my next resort now is to come back at night and film the whole site at night in darkness, and also to contact Darlington Borough Council to see who the actual owner of this land is. Because I am claiming a personal injury, and don't forget that a financial loss due to incompetence is a personal injury, Darlington Council must provide that information to me. I have asked the Smart Parking to let me know who the landowner is, and to date they have not responded. I am pending an appeal and I hope to be able to update you at a later date. Again, as I point out, that this is marked as a public car park. Going into it is no sign whatsoever that it is a privately operated car park. Unless you look behind you. Look out, it's behind you. There is the signage. This is unacceptable. You are heading in an easterly direction, and these signs are on a building that is behind where you are going. That has to be unlawful and against the regulations of Section 18 of the British Parking Association. Now, the British Parking Association is like a silver bullet to a werewolf. Section 18 is that silver bullet. And I advise that you all to download it and study Section 18. As I speak to you, I cannot be responsible for any of the information that I give you. This is just advisory and my notification, my take on it. But by rights, there should be a sign to inform you that you are entering a privately operated car park. That part sign should not be behind you, but should be actually in front of you as you enter the car park. And believe me, looking at the station, there's plenty of space to actually put that. There's also space to put a light. Oh well, not to worry. I'll come back at night time and we'll reassess the situation. But now we're at Duke Street. This is now evening time at Duke Street in Darlington. We're now entering the offending car park. Can you see that it's absolutely dark? There is no sign there to say that it is a private car park, with the exception of one on the side of the wall. But looking at the wall, we cannot see it because it is dark. Going towards the camera, there's a list of charges that again cannot be seen. And we're going to go to the pay point. This is the pay point. Oh, sorry, you can't see it, but it's there. I can assure you there's a pay point there somewhere. The lights you can see in the background is a car. Right, this is the pay point, and looking at it, not a lit up. The charges in the middle, you can just as say make them out, but the only terms and conditions are way up there. Oh, you can't even see it. You can't see the top. That is the charge, and that is the terms and conditions. The time now is 5:45, which is an equivalent time to the time that the ticket was issued. I'll show you that it's absolutely completely dark. Now you can see in the wall the sign public car park, but it is hard to see the other signage because there's no lighting. This is in complete breach of section 18 of the British Parking Association Codes of Standards of Practice. Actually, you can actually trip on this because the surface isn't very good. Unfortunately, with the camera, I can't show you how bad it is, but I can feel it under my feet. It isn't a very good surface, but it is snowy, so it could be crispy snow I'm standing on. And that is it. Now, believe it or not, there's some signs on the end of that building which you cannot see. I'll try and go up to them. Yeah, you can just make them out. Tickets are not transferable, J.W. Stenson. And there's some writing there, parking charges apply, but you cannot see any small print on it. And this is the car park that they are trying to prosecute us on. I'll just go a bit closer, see if we can get a bit of... There's a car coming, so we might be able to see the lights saying public car park. It says public car park. And that is the Duke Street car park. And as you can see by the traffic, it is a one-way system. The signs which are on this building are behind you. So, it's a question now, we're getting on to the council to find out who owns the land and complain to them.